Hi, welcome to your next flute lesson. In our last lesson we went through a lot of the pages in the book and covered a lot of introductory material. I'd like to work on just a couple of points in a little more detail right now. The first is our flute embouchure. That's the position of the muscles in our lips around our mouth right here. The most important thing about our flute embouchure is that we keep it very, very relaxed. One thing you want to avoid is pulling back the corners of your mouth so that they're real tight like this. You just want them to be nice and relaxed at all times. Like you want to kind of feel like you can do that with your, so they're really, really relaxed. You can get a feeling of your jaw almost just dropping off of your face. So if it's really relaxed at all times, that'll really help you get a good tone out. You're not restricting the flow of air. So let's take our head joint. Practice that relaxed flute embouchure. Remember, we're going to put the mouthpiece up to our lips, just like that, and feel like the corners of your mouth are just going to lay right against the flute. And just kind of blow some air across it, just to get the feel. Now, what we don't want is this. See the corners pulled back? We don't want that. This nice and relaxed. And while you're relaxing your lips, relax every part of your body too. There's a real tendency for musicians in general to get really tense, and you feel your shoulders up like this and you're really, really tense. You just want to relax as much as you can. So relax our embouchure, relax our shoulders, relax as much as we can. Okay, let's try blowing across our flute. We're really going to think about our embouchure, our lips, all the muscles around our mouth being nice and relaxed. You can almost feel some air flowing into your mouth right here. Now here's again is with the tight pulled corners back embouchure. That's what we don't want. Well, that really hurts your face too. Your face is going to hurt too if you do that. So nice and relaxed. Okay. Now, the next thing we learned that's really important for getting a great sound on the flute is to have an open throat. And that might be kind of a difficult concept. What is an open throat? How do we open our throat? Another way of saying that is just to drop the soft palate. And a couple of analogies that will help you do that. One is stifling a yawn. Have you been somewhere where you're really bored, or maybe you're really tired, but you can't open your mouth and yawn just because it would be rude? So what you do, you keep your lips closed, and you yawn with your mouth closed like this. Okay, let me do that from the side so you can see it. So what's happening is our soft palate is dropping down as we yawn. Okay, want to try that? Another good way to feel that is to imagine that you've got a golf ball or maybe a hard-boiled egg, and you're going to put it in your mouth, and you're going to close your lips with the golf ball in your mouth. So let's do that. Okay, can you see that the soft palate has to drop open when you do that? Okay, that's going to keep the back of our throat open. We're going to get a lot of air coming in, and we're going to have a big space, a big cavity in there to resonate and get a nice big full tone. Another thing that you can do to feel that open throat concept is when you're not playing is to drop your jaw, put your corners here right by your ears. See that little indentation when the jaw drops? You can feel it in there. Okay, now close your lips while I do that. Okay, let's try blowing across our flute. We're going to have the relaxed embouchure, we're going to have the open throat, the dropped soft palate. Okay, try that again. We're going to have the relaxed embouchure, drop soft palate, the open throat, and let's say 2 as we blow across our flute. Okay, a lot of things to keep in mind. I want to tell you one more trick about focusing our sound, or our airstream. Remember we talked about yesterday about the air going across the center of the embouchure hole, and you're going to look in the mirror to see that you're going right across there. We blew on our finger. Another thing that you can do to practice getting that focused airstream is to use a straw and just blow through the straw. Pretend like we're blowing at a point on our mirror. You could even put a little dot on your mirror and you're going to blow right at that. And you can even put that across your head joint just to even make that even clearer for you. You want to think of a very focused stream of air. Okay? And that's going to be a very focused stream of air that's moving very fast. Another analogy to think of with your airstream is a garden hose. It's got one of those attachments on the end, and you can adjust it so that you have a great big stream of air that just sprays all over, or you can adjust it so it's a very small stream of air that's moving very fast. And that's what you want with your flute airstream. You want a very small stream of air right across the center that's moving very, very fast. So let's put all those concepts together. We're going to have a relaxed embouchure, just really relaxed all around here. We're going to draw up our soft palate so we have an open throat. We're going to focus our airstream right across the center of the embouchure hole and blow our airstream really fast. Okay, let's try all those things all together. Okay, as I'm doing this video, I've got a little red dot on my camera, and I'm focusing my airstream right at that little red dot. Okay, so you can put a little red dot somewhere where you're practicing too. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, good. So practice that a bunch of times and practice getting that air going. What we don't want is this kind. And that's a tendency for beginners, so it'll take some practice. I want to go over one more concept in this lesson, and that's getting your air coming in. We've got to take a lot of air in really fast. It's different than just normal shallow breathing. We've got to get a lot of air in fast. So when we take a breath, we're going to think of saying the syllable ho. Say, ho. Okay, and that's going to open up your throat so the air goes all the way down to your diaphragm, fills up all your lungs. Okay, say the word ho. And as that air goes down, it's going to fill up down here. Think of yourself as being Humpty Dumpty, or that you swallowed an inner tube, so you're just really going to expand all around here. Okay? Try it one more time. Okay. Another trick that you can do to help with this is pretend like you've got a great big straw, and for that you can use, let's use the foot joint, and pretend that this is a big straw. And we're going to pretend like this, we've got a big chocolate shake that we're going to drink with this. With our straw. We're going to use it of our foot joint. You're going to take a big breath. Okay, so take the foot joint just like this. Okay, can you feel that cool air stream going all the way down your throat? Try it one more time. Okay, and then imagine it going all the way down, taking as big a breath as you can and expanding all the way around. Try it once more. Okay, another trick to getting as much air as you can, take as big a breath as you can, and then take another breath. So you want to pretend that your lungs are balloons. You're going to blow them up as big as you can so you have as much air as you can. Then you have a lot of air to blow out. So let's review some of those things that we talked about today. Just use the head joint one more time. The relaxed embouchure, the drop soft palate so you get the open throat. We want to take in a lot of air all at once, keeping that the throat open. You're going to take all your air and fill up your lungs, and then the airstream moves really fast across the center of your embouchure hole. Okay, you ready to try it again? Okay, practice that a bunch of times, and as you're blowing out your air out, see how long you can make the airstream last. You might even have a clock with a second hand. See how long you can go and try to go longer each time. Okay, so that's a lot to practice, but that's really one of the basic foundations of good flute playing. So work on that. Try the F that we learned yesterday from our book, and I'll see you at your next flute lesson. Until then, happy fluting.